Good morning, friends, and welcome back to the Honeston channel. Today, the star is her. In fact, she's at the center of the screen along with me. Let me just put on my glasses, guys, because there's such a bright light in here. You have no idea. Well, today we're talking about the FlashForge 5M, one of the most affordable 3D printers out there, but it gives you so much satisfaction, guys. It runs like crazy, I can't even tell you. There's nothing more to say. I'd say we can start by talking about its print quality. An excellent print quality straight out of the box. In fact, this 3D printer, as you see it here, the only thing you need to assemble is literally the spool holder at the back, nothing else. When calibrated at low speed, it delivers excellent resolution, even on the smallest details. Of course, we're always talking about the standard 0.4mm nozzle. And moreover, it's excellent with flexible materials thanks to its direct drive. In fact, the motor that extrudes the filament is right here, literally inside here. It's all one single block, hot end and extruder. It supports extremely high speeds, up to 600 millimeters per second for extreme tests. And these guys are the results at 600 millimeters per second, plus a table that, as you can see, shakes quite a bit, to say the least. Keep in mind that this 3D printer also has vibration compensation, and that's why it works so well. In any case, I usually print at a maximum of 200 millimeters per second, and you should know that I use really high quality filaments. I only print stuff that's NASA level. Let's talk about point number 2, guys. Ease of use and machine calibration. It's completely pre-assembled, just as you see it here. The bed levels itself automatically. It has a touchscreen interface that lets you do tons of things, including connecting it to the network and using its cloud service. Basically, this is the ideal printer for anyone who doesn't want to waste time on manual calibrations. Who even bothers adjusting those little things under the bed anymore? Now let's move on to the third point, speed and stability. This machine has a core XY structure, ladies and gentlemen, which allows it to move fast without sacrificing quality. Thanks to its movement on these bushings, it has really smooth motion. And as for vibrations, since this machine self-calibrates based on its own vibrations, well, it compensates for them. I mean, let me repeat, like I mentioned earlier, guys, this table wobbles. In the time it takes you to drink a cup of coffee, the bed and the nozzle have already heated up 4 times thanks to their extreme speed. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the 4th key point, material compatibility. As I mentioned before, this 3D printer is useful for both beginners and pros because it can print with any material thanks to its hot end that reaches up to 300 degrees. In this particular case, I now only use ASA filaments from the same manufacturer, FlashForge, as this 3D printer, because the software provided with this machine, commonly called a slicer, is proprietary to FlashForge. As a result, if you use their materials, which are priced the same as any other type of material, everything works perfectly. It's kind of like the poor man's BambuLab. We recommend using an enclosed chamber for printing with ABS or polycarbonate, an enclosed chamber that you can 3D print yourself. The difference between this 3D printer, the 5M and the 5M Pro is literally this. The enclosed chamber is not included, but it saves you a good amount of money. Now let's talk about point number 5, reliability and maintenance. This is a very well-designed system. In fact, you just need to press these 2 levers to remove and tension and be able to perform maintenance. I've had this 3D printer for more than 2 years, and honestly, I've never had to do anything to it. No signs of wear and no maintenance needed except for a bit of oil on the rails every now and then. Needless to say, it has a flexible magnetic bed that really makes it easy to remove prints from the 3D printer, although honestly, guys, the pieces come off on their own once the bed cools down. And finally, here is the filament end sensor. Not to mention that if there is a power failure, the printer will resume from where it left off. We come to point number 6, value for money. But I really have to tell you, this 3D, guys, with discounts and various other things, you can end up paying 200 euros. 200 euros. I'll leave the link in the description below. Go and see how much it costs. Know that it is worth every penny spent. It has a very competitive price compared to its competitors like Bambu, ABB, Creality, and so on. This is a definitive, complete, and professional system at a very low price, that is. Let's say that if you're looking for a high-performance printer without having to get into advanced tuning, get this one. It does everything for you. To conclude, I wanted to tell you that it has wireless connectivity, so it can connect either to your home router and work in the cloud, or you can connect directly from your PC to the printer. But first, let's calibrate the vibrations of this printer on this wobbly table, and then we'll do a 3D print of another one of these little boats to compare the results. To do this, we just need to go here into the settings on this page and select both leveling and vibration tests. Let's start, and in about 15 minutes, the 3D printer will have completed all its tests and will be able to print beautifully even in terrible conditions like this, guys. I mean, this is a terrible setup for a 3D printer. After more than 20 minutes or so of various calibrations, our 3D printer tells us it's done. And at this point, what we're going to do is simply start printing the 3D Benchy, the classic little boat. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, our little boat, the 3D Benchy. Without wasting any more time, we'll leave everything exactly as it is without touching anything, and let's slice. Obviously, after choosing the type of filament to use, in my case ASA, we connect our 3D printer to Wi-Fi. I've already done that, as you can see. Adventure 5M, internet not available, but that's fine. And we send the file to the printer via IP address, connect, and off it goes. File sent, and our 3D printer immediately gets to work. And here, guys, are our two little boats side by side before and after the auto calibration by our FlashForge 5N. We can definitely see that this one turned out really badly. You can tell just by looking at the top at how it laid down the final layers. While here you can see that it actually came out much better, both the final layers and the top. I'd say, ladies and gentlemen, that with this conclusion, with these two little boats that don't float, we can wrap up the video here, and I'll see you in the next one. Wait. Let me show you some examples of all the stuff I've 3D printed over the years. For example, this mini cabinet, or these damn things to hold up the speakers. This mini moving head, which there's a video about on the channel. All these things like scaffolding, beams, and so on. A handle, guys, a handle. A monkey flipping you off. A headphone stand, one of the GoPro mounts. A 3D printed cat piggy bank. Prototype of the thing that spins at 500, which you can find a video about on the channel, go check it out. A robot cat toy. A damn solar-powered battery. The solar-powered Pion. There will also be a video about the solar-powered battery, so make sure to subscribe. Yeah, gadgets and various supports to keep my setup for playing techno live standing. A sunglasses holder, guys, a sunglasses holder. High-performance speaker boxes for Fiat 600. Some cats. A two-tone siren that makes an incredible racket. My old logo, who remembers it, I wonder? Who was subscribed to the old channel? Drones or robots of various sizes, shapes, and so on. This is even a mini transmission to reduce the RPM of this brushless motor. A pen holder. A myriad of various accessories for those IKEA things, as cases to hold stuff. There's really an endless amount. Things that look like robotic arms. The giant sight from when I was obsessed with airsoft. Of course, there are also accessories for airsoft rifles. A mount for the control unit of an electric skateboard with forced air cooling. Some turtles. Guys, seriously, we could go on forever. You have no idea how many things you can make with a 3D printer and how many things I've made with one. Oh, by the way, there's also a snake that just shed its skin, that bastard. You can't see it, but oh well. Oh, look at that, look at that. Two 3D printed discs that lock the glass in case our snake tries to escape. I'd say we can wrap up the video with this. Bye, baby.